82 points you gave up in the first half there. I mean, what's your take on what happened?
We was not ready to play. For whatever reason, these early games have been, we're not either getting rest or we're not mentally preparing, but we wasn't ready to play in that first half. Obviously I'm proud of the way we came out and battled in the second half. That was the goal coming into the second half, was to win the half quarter by quarter, and we did that.
When this happens, a game like this where you see that and you're not happy with it, how do you challenge this team? What did you say to them after this one?
Well, I think they understood it. I said the truth to them, and it was a total lack of competitive preparation. We weren't ready to compete with this team the way we should have been. This team is fighting for their life out here. They're one of the hardest playing teams, and they got a lot to play for. So, we didn't get this team the proper due and the proper respect until the second half.
You mentioned the early start to this one and that this team has struggled in that regard. I mean, do you think that's just growing pains for young players?
Yeah, just figuring out what their routine is, how to prepare yourself the day before, how to get yourself ready so you're having an early departure in the morning. It's a lot of different things that goes into it. And it's just some of the things that we got to learn from.
Did that time really impact the team? Did the start time really impact the team?
It does. I felt like it has, because now it's a trend, and we haven't shown the ability to come out in these early games and be ready to play right from the jump.
Just the way they were shooting from the three-point line, is the team not anticipating it, or what?
It was just no urgency, no legs, no something. I don't know exactly what it was, but obviously that wasn't the game plan to let them shoot open threes. But for whatever reason, our heads was in the clouds.
To pick a positive, what did you really like to see in the second half from your group?
Well, I thought we competed in the second half. I really thought there was a different body language, a different mindset. Like I said, every opportunity I can get to teach this team something, I try to. So being down that much, going into the second half, I wanted to see what kind of spirit we'll come out with, and if we can just set the goal of winning the second half, and we did that.
You talked a lot about the guys playing hard. In that first half, is there something? I mean, you tried different players and stuff. Is there?
Yeah, it was just like we were in mud. We no matter who I put out there, they were just we looked heavy-legged and just really out of it mentally, and and for whatever reasons. So I can't put my thumb on that. I know we'll get back to it and see if we can have a better start against SAC.
Later in the year, I mean, is it tougher for young guys to kind of stay focused and stay engaged in what they're trying to do?
Yeah, I've seen it go both ways. I think it's going to be the same thing that we've seen most of the year. Is you're going to see moments of really good basketball from these guys, and then it's going to be moments where you go, what the heck are they doing? Because again, I think the hardest part is keeping a group constantly motivated, even though you're not in the playoffs or whatever it may be, finding that internal motivation every night. And so today we did not have that. We laid an egg, and hopefully our pride, which usually is there, kicks in for this next game.
Show continued, production.
Yeah, Mitchell was one of the highlights of this game. He continues to protect us and cover up for us, and have amazing blocks and defensive possessions. And unfortunately, we just did not have a collective group of that.
How difficult is it to ingratiate the new guys on the team with what you guys already had, the kind of core group you already had?
I mean, I think it's all just a new challenge. That's all. And these guys are smart. They've done a good job. I think Dennis and DJ and Henry and John have all fast-tracked themselves to where they're pretty familiar. Today wasn't that. It was much more not ready to go.